Live. Hello. Welcome, rise and shine. It is Green Nurse Denise and Sherri time, and we're going to start the day off with the little video that always brings such a little warm, fuzzy feeling to my heart. Here we go.
He changed the paradigm of healthcare.
The Green Nurse is a holistic cannabis nurse that teaches on the endocannabinoid system and the safe utilization of cannabis and other progressive tools to help people reach a better quality of life.
I'm the founder of Holistic Caring. We're based here in California, and we do educational programs and case management for patients on how to use cannabis therapeutically as a medicine.
We're also here to decrease stigma around what it means to feel good and be high, hence the H for hope, I for inspiration, G for growth, and H for healing.
As the founder of Holistic Caring, I basically oversee the whole ship, and what we're doing is progressive education.
Cannabis actually supports all 11 organ systems, our immune system, and all the neurotransmitter signaling systems that give messages to tell our body to either do something or not do something. Because the plant was prohibited, it prevented health professionals, doctors and nurses from learning about cannabis as medicine.
I want to change the paradigm of healthcare and us paving the way into a new vanguard of medicine. And I'm excited to really bring this into light. There's a company called Canam that we're merging with, and we will now be doing global education.
It's about education, it's about empowerment, it's about teaching people how to feel good, bridging the gap from what they're not getting from traditional medicine, utilizing different plant medicines, adaptogens, tips, tricks, hugs, and nugs of information to support and nourish the most important system in our body.
And it's a lot of soul work, a lot of love, a lot of discipline, and meditation. I'm using my life work as a testimony to others to learn how they can be their own hero and then go help heal the world.
And we are, as nurses, the game changers. Thank you, Amadeus. We are here growing in health, growing in cannabis.
Yeah.
So welcome to the Green Nurse podcast, where we do bring that hope and inspiration for growth and healing. You know, we all deserve to feel good, and we are trying to decrease stigma around what it means to feel good and use plant medicines to improve your quality of life. I'm so grateful here today. I have Green Nurse Denise from ENERGIZED Living. She is doing some amazing things in the cannabis space in our communities and for our patients and on our platform as we grow and expand across the globe. So Denise, for all of the new viewers, please say hello and introduce yourself.
Good morning, good people. I am so happy to be here with you this morning, Sherri, and to all of you. I love that video. It's so inspiring, and I love the work that we're doing or having the opportunity to do, to share about how we can feel good. And that's what Energized Living is about. It's not just about plant medicine and meditation. It's how we live our lives and how we can integrate all these different practices into all the moments of our life to really help us to live that good life, right? Tap into the goodness. And that's what I love to help show people how to do and how easy this is, from when you wake up in the morning, you know, placing your hand on your heart and connecting to yourself, all the way throughout the day until the end of the evening, you know, when you are back centering again. So it's a lot of fun. You know me, I'm all about fun. So if I can find a way that combines good health, energy, you know, all of these good things, but have fun doing it, that's a winner. That's what Energized Living is all about.
And it does. And the Denise, and the part that I really love about it is you do make it fun and you do make it easy and you make it so readily available to us to incorporate these different tips, tricks, hugs, and nugs of the energized living pillars into our lives, right? So today we're going to start off with one of the big pillars that we wake up. I know me, everyone does it a little bit differently, but I remember right away, what do I need to do to stay in my peace? Well, I need to remind myself that peace begins with me. Inhale, Ananda. So I start my morning off with a little prayer and meditation. How about you, Denise?
I do the same. I first start, like I said, hand on the heart, take that moment, that quiet moment in the morning before your day starts, before your little toe just taps outside of that bed, and really dropping in and, being able to connect to what your desire is, what your heart is saying. And I'm going to start today with this is called the surrender prayer. And we've been talking about this month being Sober October. And a lot of people, some people are, I'm, happy to say, joining in on this. And it can be difficult. A lot of times, sometimes if you are used to having alcohol in your life and this is you're wanting to make a shift, or you're wanting in anything, it doesn't have to be alcohol, it can be any component in your life. There is a part of surrendering. If we try to hold on to it and control it too much, it makes it a lot more difficult. So when I talk about surrendering, it's giving over, like stepping back and looking at the experience with curiosity and awareness. Like, what is this supposed to bring for me? And I am just going to allow this to happen and unfold in the way that the universe, God, spirit, whatever you associate with, would like it to do. Right. So I'm going to just read through this little surrender prayer that I will recite, in times when we need a little grounding, right?
Yep.
Okay. So today, I surrender my plans to the care of the universe. I hand over my agenda and accept spiritual guidance. I trust that there is a plan far greater than mine. And I know that, sorry, I lost my I know that where there was once lack and limitations, there are now spiritual solutions and creative ideas. I step back and I let love lead the way.
There you go.
Right? Okay. So we're trusting in the wisdom of plant medicine, how we're incorporating this into our day, into our process. We are trusting the wisdom of ourself, our own intuition, and then we're trusting the universe. And I really always kind of lean on those three areas. I feel that we have everything available to us to feel good and live the good life. We have our intuition, we have God and spirit, and we have, Mother Earth, the earth, plant medicine, nature, and all the others work together to help us.
And one of the other things we have too, we don't want to forget, is we have an amazing community, right?
Yes.
We have amazing community. So you have the prayer and the meditation and spirit and all of these things that support us, but it's just as important to be around a community of like-minded individuals who are going to support and nourish and hold space for you to grow and to learn, grow in health, right? Grow in cannabis, learn what it means to feel good, right? And the decreasing the stigma. And that's the part that I love too, Denise. I'm going to give you a quick little plug here as our amazing Green Nurse event planner with Energized Living Green Nurse retreats, right? And so you have been able to craft through the wisdom of plant medicine and all the work that you've done on the spiritual realm, mental, emotional, spiritual, and grounded it into your body to be able to create something so beautiful for people to experience. So Energized Living Green Nurse retreats. Denise took me on the most amazing experience a couple weekends ago. I think it was 2 weekends ago.
Mhm.
And you just really tapped into all different areas of energy, of spirit, of mental, of emotional, like your intuition came through and you developed and you just created this beautiful experience. And so we want to take that to all of you, because once you're able to have the experience with the plant and other activities coming together and you ground it into your body, you have that result, you know what it feels like. It's easy to take that with you into your everyday life, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Once you feel it, you get it. It gets into your cells, you know? I mean, it's here in your body. You embody it. And that's kind of there's awareness. First of all, you've got to be quiet, center in. You've got to at least hear what's going on in your body. Like what is
Right.
happening, right? And then you embody the practices. You embody that high vibe food. You embody the music, the movement. You embody all of these the plant, all of these things into your being and your world. And then sustain. How do we sustain? That's where the community comes in. You're
There you go.
creating this ecosystem. Like, what do you surround yourself with so you can stay, in that flow, in that moment, in that energy? Like, what energy do you want to attract? It's all of that.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun too, right?
absolutely. And that leads us into why we do what we do. Motivational Monday. We
Mhm.
show up every day because we love you guys and we know that the wisdom of plant medicine will improve the quality of your life, plus other perks and benefits along the way.
Yeah.
And so we're here to just educate, because you know what? Slowly but surely, the conventional system is starting to catch on. It may not be as rapid as we want it to be, but the reason why we're so passionate about this and we're here every day is because nursing is really starting to recognize the wisdom of plant medicine and how we can use it. They're starting to recognize the endocannabinoid system. And actually, the National Council State Boards of Nursing is the nursing regulatory board that puts out the nursing exams for all nurses, advanced practice nurses, to get registered in the particular state that they live in. So it's a big deal. It's a big accreditation. And so they came out with a call to action that all nurses, nursing students, and advanced practice nurses must have 6 essential areas of knowledge when it comes to cannabis as medicine.
Mhm.
So Denise, I'm going to let you pick. There's a couple we could talk about. We could talk about food. I'm going to let you choose because this is fun. I like to do this. We can talk about food and energized living, and I can I'm going to pull up that great video anyways. Or we can talk about the nurse shall be able to identify the safety considerations for patients' use of cannabis, where we're going to focus on if you're consuming alcohol, the difference between alcohol consumption and cannabinoid consumption. So I'm going to let you pick
Yeah.
what feels good.
Let's go with number 5 because like I mentioned earlier, here we are in sober October, and a lot of, us are trying to abstain from alcohol, and we are doing sober October the cannabis way. So be able to incorporate cannabis, instead of the alcohol. And let's think about this also. Sometimes patients, because of their illness, or maybe they're going to have surgery, or they are put in a position where they're told you can't have any alcohol. And if they are somebody that is a regular alcohol consumer, that can be really difficult, and stressful.
Yeah.
So we as nurses need to come in without judgment. We are coming in, we're listening, we're helping them. So we're like, okay, you need to abstain from alcohol. Let's bring in cannabis. Cannabis will be able to help you not only dealing with maybe some people may be going through a withdrawal if they are, an alcoholic
Heavy
drinker,
consumers. Yeah.
So this will help alleviate some of the symptoms. It will help alleviate some of the cravings. Also, you're infusing good things into the body
Yes,
instead
you
of
are.
toxing that liver. As soon as that alcohol hits your lips, the liver is turning on to say, I got to get you out of here because you don't
Yeah.
belong in my house,
You
right?
don't belong in my
You
house,
don't
but
belong in my
cannabinoids.
house. This is
Right.
my sacred temple This is the shell holding our, I'm not going to get all woo on you, but
my meat suit.
it's my meat suit holding my energy, all of this. So you're not being very nice to it. Now, there are ways we can, lessen that. And one of my approaches that I will admit it, I grew up in an Irish Catholic family. Alcohol was very prevalent in all of our gatherings. It was like a happy, it was just part of the fun, right?
Right.
And so I take more of an approach. I started integrating more of the cannabis into my recreation, for recreation in lieu of the alcohol. And I absolutely love it. And it really started when I had my hip surgery, right? This is when this all started, my introduction into cannabis as medicine, as a way to really enrich my life. I just lightly, hardly use alcohol, or I'll just have a little bit. But anyway, let me get back to some really easy tips that I came up with in this journey. One time I gave up for 90 days alcohol, but I also added meditation. So for 90 days, stayed away from alcohol, but I did add meditation into, and that really helped. It's kind of like that surrender prayer, right? You're adding something in to support you during maybe something that is going to be difficult, to do. So that's one nice little tip. But what I noticed during those 3 months is that the drinking was really more of a habit, or pattern. But also I was a foodie as well. And so I actually liked the taste of the alcohol. I love the taste of bourbon, I
I
like
love the taste of bourbon. I love you,
I
Denise.
love a little bourbon on the rocks, a little nice, yummy, with a big squeeze of orange on there. That was my Uncle Tom's drink, So but then I didn't like the big bags under my eyes, bourbon can cause those nasty bags under your eyes. So
bags and dark circles
it just, you feel like, bleh, you feel like crap.
Bleh.
So what I found is I started to get the flavor. A really nice trick is using bitters. I love bitters. So bitters are really so bitters are actually they're good for your body too. They help with digestion. They use, like, a lot of Germans and a lot of other cultures use bitters, all the time. But now there are tons of really nice bitters. This one is a Creole classic. And I mixed it with, I like to use, because I like the bite. I like the bite,
Like a little aftertaste, just a little.
I like the bite of alcohol. So I know, sorry. I load up my glass with the ice, and then to get that bite, I love kombucha, like a ginger kombucha or cayenne kombucha gives it that little pop, that little bite. So you fill up your glass with ice. I did a ginger kombucha and a little bit of, since we're in October, with our lovely apples, apple cider, and then yes, and then the bitters. It's like you're drinking an alcoholic drink. It's so good. It's really refreshing. Drink it in the morning.
Cheers, and you can have it. Hey, listen,
in the morning.
Here it is, Denise. If you're used to pouring a drink in the morning, we have a substitute. Denise just created it. Apple cider
for you.
Bitters
and
kombucha.
Yeah. Bitters, kombucha, a little bit of the apple cider, but it's getting that bubbly, that fizzy, that
sparkly.
Yeah. And if you do want to have a little bit of an up, I love this new product. It's called Leva. So this is a water-soluble THC, and amazing. And they have it sativa, they have a hybrid version, and they have a like a calming version for the evening. So instead of your wine at night, a lot of people will have wine loaded with sugar, I mean, I love wine with a fabulous dinner, don't get me wrong, but monitoring it. Anyway.
Monitoring it.
Yeah, you know, just having one.
I
And
know.
my little trick of monitoring my alcohol intake, if I am going to have alcohol, is I always throw the bartenders with this one. I'll say,
I love it. This is
"Well,
my favorite.
yeah, may I have a cup of hot water with lemon?" And they look at me, okay, and you wouldn't believe some of the things they bring me. They will bring me like a glass like this with hot water and lemon in it. And I was like, no, no, no. Okay. So then I learned to rephrase that. Could you bring me a mug, like a mug of tea without the tea bag? And I just want hot water with lemon. But why I did that? So think about this. I'm hydrating my body before the alcohol comes in, which, you know, your body is flushing it out, you know, because the liver's saying, you got to get out of my house, right? And so you're infusing that water, also fills your belly up. It's like that warm little yummy hug that a lot of times what wine feels like is that kind of warm
Right.
feeling in your belly, right? So you're hydrating. You have your lemon, your limonene that we learned on Terpene Tuesday about our limonene, which gives you alertness, you
Lemonine. Yeah, I
know,
love it.
and anti-anxiety. You smell that lemon, you squeeze that in the
Sunshine.
lemon water, sunshine, and you
Mm.
can smell it on your hands. You're fabulous. So by the time my drink comes in, my belly is full. I'm hydrated. I feel calm. I feel awesome. I'm sipping that glass of wine or that drink that I have lasts me a lot longer, and I'm only having one drink versus maybe two, you know, the other way.
Yeah.
Or I have nothing at all, and I just drop my little dropper in there, and I'm good to go.
Mhm. There
Yeah.
you go.
So there's a lot of ways, and we're lucky now because we have so many fabulous cannabis products out there that allow us to be
Yes.
really flexible. We don't have to think of cannabis as smoking a jube. You know, there's
No.
so many amazing
Different ways to use
ways
it.
that you can
Yeah.
do it. They even
Oh,
have
yeah.
THC sugar. You could sprinkle
Whoosh.
a little THC sugar in your coffee, like a sativa, if you
Yeah.
want it up, you know, so
Yeah, so I wanna bring up something really cool. So yesterday, excuse me, I have been asked to judge the Harvest Cup. I can't say what I'm judging, but I went to the Summit Lounge yesterday. So the Summit Lounge is a lounge where they allow consumption. They have state-of-the-art ventilation. They have
so
CBD
cool.
products. You can bring your food in, and they have a cafe. So they have a little coffee bar. There's no alcohol there, but the part that was so cool is that you could get your coffee, you could get your tea, you could get your snack, right? And you have the capability, of bringing in your own cannabis. So it's BYOC, bring your own cannabis. And they do allow people to smoke there. People can bring in whatever they want. There's like a little library, there's music, there's art. It's like a little bar setup. I loved it. There was little areas where there were Q-tips so you could clean your stuff. If you wanted to rent a big giant
Great.
bong, you could rent a bong for the evening and hang out, and they have
Okay.
music. It's really, really fun. So I'm going to plug the Summit Lounge because they've done a really good job. The first time I went to the Summit Lounge was back in 2018, and I have an amazing video from there. It's really, really fun, and I'll pop that up later. But now they've completely 100% evolved and shifted and changed and accommodate a lot of different people. So the Summit Lounge is in Worcester, Massachusetts. So I had to go there yesterday. I went for a ride with one of the activists and advocates in the community grant. And we went and we picked up our kit. Look at this.
Oh my gosh. I think you might need a little help with that.
I think I'm going to need a little
Friend
help
here.
with that.
Get
So,
the Green Nurse pen here.
yeah, so I can't say what was in it, but hold on. I will read to you the different, the categories. So there's a category of solvent extracts, non-solvent extracts, vape pens, CBD flower extracts, CBD topicals, CBD edibles tinctures, edible sweets, indoor flowers, outdoor flowers, topical transdermals, oils, tinctures, syrups, sauces, edible savory.
Ooh. Savory.
So what they do is they put you in a category. So for example, but you don't get to judge everything. So I can't say what my category is, but for example, one of the category is all cannabis flower that's grown indoors. And so the people get little packets of
Mm.
all of the different types of cannabis flower that the different companies have submitted. And then you have a month. So I have a month to go through and sample all of these different products. And then there is a judge's book. Okay. It's the official judge's book, and you have to go through it. And it's really, really detailed, and they want you to fill it out. So it's really, really an honor. And I actually started filling it out already, which is fun. I went through everything and organized, and, because we're traveling. So I'm like, oh my God, I got to make, right. And I want to make sure that I get to evaluate all the products. So, if I'm a little loopy in the morning, y'all, that means I'm doing my research and sampling.
Oh, that's wild. We gotta
I
go to the
know.
Summit Lounge together. I didn't know
Oh,
that
boy, we
existed. That's like
do
my
have to go to
dream.
the Summit Lounge.
Oh
Yes,
my God.
definitely.
Can't wait.
Yep. Let me put up. I have something I want to put up. Hold on a second. Let
They have
me see if
good
I can do
music.
this. They do. Oh my God, they have really,
That's
really good
cool. I
music.
just feel like we need more places like that, because not everybody, wants to be in a bar scene, consume
No. Yeah, not everyone wants to. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep. That's the part that I really like, is that you can pretty much bring in your own cannabis. You can, bring in your own food, when they sell water and drinks and tea, not drinks, but coffee and tea and water and seltzer and snacks. And it's just a really great place to go. I just think this is the, the wave of the future, just to have a place to go and hang out. And,
just hang out, have a conversation, and there's no barroom brawls going on, or people getting crazy somehow.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So basically, and we're wrapping up the show. We have a lot of great things going on this week. It's going to be really fun. Denise and I are going to be broadcasting live at 4:20 a.m. on Friday as we do a Green Nurse on the Go. We're going to be taking you all with us.
Did you say a.m.?
4:20 a.m. We are going to be at the airport. Thank God I have Denise with me, because if y'all didn't know, I got a tad bit of agoraphobia. So this is going to be a really, really fun adventure for us to go on. I have my guide, Denise, from ENERGIZED Living. And you know what? You never know what's going to happen when you're with Denise. But anyways, what I want to plug right now is, I think you all know by now that Holistic Caring and the Green Nurse has partnered, and we've been inviting you all into the community. Our new website is almost completely fully launched. We're like, as they say about moving websites, it's like the Green Nurse had a website, which is one house. Holistic Caring had another website, which is another house. And now we're taking both the houses and putting them together in one site. And then after, what you have to do is connect the plumbing. So there's a lot that goes into it. But regardless, we are still offering, during the website merger, we're offering 25% off all programs in honor of Women's Month and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So the different types of programs that Elizabeth of Holistic Caring has created are programs for health professionals, programs for coaches, programs for nurses, programs for patients. And it involves multiple different topics, and they're really, really great. So they're 25% off. Now, here's the other thing. If you don't want to purchase anything, that's fine. You don't have to, because we have a free community. All right. And let me get this off of the screen. And the community is now actually launched on the Green Nurse website. If you go to www.thegreennurse.com, there's going to be a little button at the top that says join the community. And the community is 100% free. Okay. So you can join that way, or you can even join this way. And so what is included in the community? It's private, it's offline, it's uncensored. All of the Green Nurses are there. ENERGIZED Living with Green Nurse Denise is there. Daily 5 to Thrive, Soul Thrive with Carrie Lee is there. We have Michelle. So all of these nurses, Kathleen, all these nurses that are doing amazing things. Plus we have chiropractors, we have pharmacists, we have acupuncturists, we have integrative functional health doctors that are all part of the community that are contributing. We're actually launching this week the Weed Mom. Really, really excited.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, right.
Awesome.
The Weed Mom program. We're having Danielle Simone Brand on. And so just to wrap up, so the community is, it's free for everyone. Introductory to Cannabis, monthly webinar, support group, and patient portal. And it's because we really care about you. And, and in case in case we do get booted off social media for talking a lot about cannabis and our favorite plants, there's a place to go, and we want to invite you all there.
Yeah.
So Denise, what do you think about the community?
I absolutely love it. When I look through the different programs and the things that you offer for patients, because it's very confusing out there, for people that are like, hey, yeah, I'm hearing about this cannabis. I want to figure out how to, integrate it into my life, or I've got a surgery coming up and I don't want to be on those opioids and I just don't know what to do, or I've just been diagnosed with cancer. There's just many reasons that maybe pique your curiosity about how to use cannabis, in your world. And this is the place to go. You're not overwhelmed, with all the different information. And mainly you are, like we said, Green Nurse is there to hold your hand through this. But the one I really am excited about is that you can get a program, like say it's the cancer one. You
Okay.
can also have a consultation. They have like a mini consultation with the nurse that's tied
goes
into
with
the
it.
program. That is such a bonus because you have
Yeah.
information.
So it's the value pack. So the value pack,
Value
which
pack.
yeah,
Mhm.
so a value pack includes an
Love that.
entire program, and the entire program is like a webinar with a video plus a PDF plus other tools. And then so you get this program, and then you get a consultation that goes with it. So
Mhm.
that way you're able to self-pace learn, go at your own pace, gather your questions, and then book your appointment with the nurse to answer any of those additional questions. I think it's just a brilliant concept because
It's so
people
brilliant.
learn, yeah, people learn in different ways.
Mhm.
And so we want to be able to, whether it's be watching a video, looking at a webinar, looking at a handout, and then talking to someone. So having the talk through, I think it's a really, really great
Yeah.
service that Elizabeth has come up with. That she's the
Mhm.
mastermind behind that, which I love.
Mhm.
And the
Mhm.
other thing I want to plug before we end, because we have to get to the end, is besides our sale, is I'm having on Wednesday night very, very extremely inspirational nurse, because yesterday was Mental Health Awareness Day. And so, we're into Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And her name is Nick Pichette, and she goes by the Cannabis Nurse Navigator. She is also the creator of Positively Processing Perception. She has a podcast and her own clothing line. She's a 2-time breast cancer survivor and a veteran in the Marines. So her story is really, really powerful, and going to be really excited to have her on Wednesday. And then we're going to
Mhm.
continue through the week having different nurses on the show, because everyone offers so much rich education. It's the art and science of nursing. Cannabis, plant medicine, the wisdom of the plant is really allowing all of us nurses to really delve deep into what feels good and how we want to show up in the world and teach others how to live their best life. So Denise, with that, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
Listen,
you.
we love you all, and we'll see you
Yeah.
tomorrow morning. And
And good luck to
remember,
all the marathoners out there, giving you a lot of good
the
Boston
mir-
Marathon people.
yeah. All right. Very, very good. All right, y'all. Live your best life and help others do the same. We love you.